Hey guys, what's going on? Back here at the layout again. I got some locomotives to show you guys that I've been doing for some clients, and these are all really a mixed bag of engines this time around. So I got a few that are going to the same guy. These three are going to the same guy in Virginia Beach, and then this one, which we'll get to in a minute, is going back to, I think, Washington. So we'll go ahead and start with these guys here. I have a CSX GP40-2 Atlas Gold Line, Overland Brass GP15-1, and a Kado Sd70mac. I wanted to start with this guy. This is a CSX 6390, and if you can look at the photos here, I wanted to point out a few things with this one. I just recently completed this one. This was basically detailing and modifying, and then of course weathering to make this one, and it came out pretty good. And I'm going to try to kind of show you guys the work I did to it. So if you look at the locomotive itself, this is one of the old Georgia GP40-2s that was simply patched by CSX in the early days of CSX. I'll basically show you guys what I had to do with this one. If you look at the photos of the real unit right here, 6390, you can see you get the RS5T. All kinds of new safety decals were applied. You got the paint chipping on the cab. All kinds of details and stuff like that were added, you can see. And basically, using these photos, I was able to add all those details to the model right here. So you can see you get the RS5T, you get all the paint chipping effects, and you get all the weathering on the high hood and the walkways and all that. The fuel tank and trucks are all grimed up, all the details, less parts are added. So all that's done. You can see the number boards are done. Early CSX font on those. Looks pretty good. It's definitely a really nice locomotive. It came out pretty good, and I'm really happy with it. He's pretty happy with them too. So I'll be sending this one back here pretty soon. But again, you can compare the two. They look pretty good. You can see. So there's 6390. There's the back end. Now on the back end, what I had to do, I had to modify it slightly because the real Georgia units have these white chevrons on the pilot. Those were not on the Atlas model, so I had to actually paint those. So I did that, and then of course added all the details that you see on the end. Changed out the coupler bar, and added the MU jumper, stuff like that, and then just really weathered it up pretty good. So it came out pretty good. Now, something else I want to, before we move on, I want you to notice real quick. You'll notice the Georgia logos on the side of the high hood. Take note of the ones on the real unit. See how you can see how they're kind of beaten up and they've kind of turned an orange brown kind of a color, and they're just really chipped away. Well, now you can compare that to the real, or to the model, if you can see that. Pretty cool, huh? Now, if I can actually show you guys the other side of this unit. Here's the other side. Now, notice how dusty it is on this side. You notice the faded logo, the patching, all the rust on the trucks, the battery box. You can see the replacement journals, the new snow plow, and then again there's the Georgia logo. This one's in a little bit better shape, and as you can see on the model, that's all been done. Faded logo, rust on the trucks, on the battery boxes, and then the Georgia Herald, all done, and you can see that. So that came out really good. I'm pretty happy with it. Looks pretty good. So there's the CSX 6390. That's pretty much done. I think he's going to do some DCC installation on this one though. That's the only thing that still needs to be done to it, but I won't be doing that. He will. So there's 6390. Now the next unit I have is this Overland GP15-1, and again another unit based on the real prototype, which was 1545 here. And as you can see, Conrail in the Operation Lifesaver scheme from the early 90s, now an early CSX unit. We modeled this one in the early 2000s. I had to renumber it, so as you can see I had to strip the old numbers off, renumber it. Pretty much did the white cab roof, you can see. Added all the safety decals and stuff like that. Now if you notice on the front, you can see the mismatched ditch lights. There's the original ditch light, and there's the replacement. And I modeled that here on the unit as well. That came out pretty good. So you can see the sides of the high hood. Now, if if you look, you can see all the grease and the grime streaking down from the roof, and I modeled that on the unit as well. So we'll go ahead and kind of compare the two here. You can see it's pretty crazy, huh? This one came out really good. It looks just like the photos, so I'm really happy with this one. Darken the grills on the back end there, on the top. And then on the other side you can see all that work. Came out pretty good. Happy with it. So there's the rust on the battery box. I think I have a photo of that side here, but I don't remember. There it is. Well, actually that's not the photo, but in another photo I found of this unit before it got repainted, it had rust all over this battery box, so I tried to model this one as close to that time period as possible. So it came out pretty good though. So there's Csx 1545, you can see it came out pretty good. Yeah, like I said, that's an overland model, so took a little work, but I'm happy with that one. So that came out pretty good. Now this guy here is, like I said, the Kado Sd70mac that I'm working on detailing and painting. So far I got all the details, West parts on, all kinds of stuff like there. You got the GPS gnome on the roof, the new RS5T horn, and like I said, pretty much just getting started on this one, just starting to add the detail parts and stuff like that. But basically, this one's going to have to get renumbered, and we're going to model this guy here, the Spirit of Nashville, a Csx 789, or 789 actually, you can see. So, like I said, I'm going to have to strip the numbers off of this one, renumber it, and then just weather it according to these photos, you can see. So, that'll be my next project. Right now it's in the works. As you can see, when I get a little more time off of work here, I'll start on it. Pretty much the next phase here will just be renumbering it and weathering it, and then that'll be done. So, I'll probably post some pictures of this on Facebook when it's done. But there's a CSX, soon to be 7089. So, looking pretty good though. I like it. I'll go ahead and move that one out of the way. Like I said, I'll keep you guys posted on this one when it's done. Now, moving on to this guy. This is an Athearn Genesis SD75i that I'm doing for another guy. He sent this to me because he wanted it weathered. Recently, a lot of these SD75is got reactivated. They were in storage and they got put back out into service, and they were pretty much quickly renumbered in this simple patch job here. As you can see, it's kind of hard to see with the lighting in this room here, but there we go. You can kind of see that. If I can actually show it here, you can barely see that red patch over the old number, which I believe was 8287. But anyways, I modeled basically the 287 as it appears now. You can see it's just really, really grimy and beat up. It's faded. So there was a lot I had to do to this one. So you can see I had to fade down the sides of the unit, did the whitewashes on it to do the fading. Came out pretty good. Darkened the grills. You can see the trucks are weathered and all that. You got the grease, all that. Fuel tank's nicely weathered. It's pretty heavily corroded, just like in the photos. No, I did that. Added the safety stripes to the sill as well. That's my reflective tape. I think you'll find those pretty interesting. There's the other truck. I think the trucks and the fuel tank came out really, really good. I really like it. And of course, like I said, you get the patching on the front, and you can actually see the ghost lettering of the old number. It literally looks like that on the prototype, which is pretty cool. And you can see when you look at the roof, it's pretty well faded. You can see you got all the paint chipping. It's pretty grimy. You can see you get then towards the exhaust here, you get all that exhaust soot and all that all over the roof. Really nice and dirty. There's the fans, you can see, and then a lot of that exhaust soot streaking down the side of the high hood like that. Came out pretty good. I like it. And then there's the front. Let's see a kick up on the pilots. Came out pretty good. And then here's the other side. Looks pretty good though. Pretty happy with it. Let me get this to focus here. There we go. You can see all that exhaust streaking down the side of the tail end of the high hood there. Came out pretty good. But yeah, there's my first war bonnet unit. Came out pretty good though. I really like it. It's definitely a unique model. A lot of these guys like these right now, and most of them look about like this, but photos of this one in particular are kind of hard to find. There's only so many of them, so I just had to kind of weather them, or weather this unit off the only pictures that I had. So it still came out pretty good. We're both happy with it, and it looks just like the real 287. You can go to realpictures.net, or railroadpicturearchives.net, excuse me, and you can look up 287, and you can compare the model to the photos. So, like I said, came out pretty good. Really happy with it. He's happy with it. So this one will be going in the mail tomorrow. I'll be shipping it out. That's why I wanted to show it today. So this one will be going out. These two are done. I'll be setting these aside, boxing them back up, getting ready to ship, and then they'll go out with the SD70mac back to Virginia Beach when this is done. So probably by the end of next week this should be done, so I'll be sending this back out. So like I said, that's pretty much the locomotive projects that I've been doing for clients lately. So came out pretty good. I'm happy with them. You guys can let me know how you like these. I think they came out good, like I said. Now in the next video I'll be showing some locomotives that I've done for myself. I'm not going to show them in this video because I wanted to keep this one relatively short. So in the next video we'll be covering some projects of mine. So like I said, this pretty much covers all the client work that I've done. So until next time, guys, take care.